Welcome to Decan Talks Business, a podcast where we share the enlightening stories, the inspiring stories of people who have made it to the top, how their rock bottom was, how their middle life was, and how they're experiencing the peak, or like peak milk. Understand? So, this is another episode, and with me here, let me not run fast. I'm your co-host, Esdaru David, and I cannot just run like that. I have to call my boss into the conversation. So, Daddy, ball in your court.
Your host, Buzwe Samuel Odira, and with me here is an astute gentleman, a gentleman of repute.
Mhm.
And I think I would allow him to introduce himself. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you so much for having me. So my name is David Adefimlayo, and I'm professionally known as a tech boss and the founder of Efiko. So it means that tech boss is my personal brand and Efiko is my business brand as the founder of Efiko. So it means that tech boss works in Efiko. That's how I usually introduce myself. And then when people ask me, who are you? I say I'm Tech Boss, and I'm the CEO and the founder of Efiko. And Efiko is a platform for tech talents, undergraduates, fresh graduates, and secondary school students. Some exceptional secondary school students. So Efiko started when I was in. Okay, let me tell you how the old name started. Efiko when I was in my secondary school, I was very sound in maths. If I would get 19 over 20, the next person is going to get like maybe 5 over 20.
Wow.
So every time everybody runs to me for mathematical problems. So those times they'll be like, okay, so do you have this problem? Go and meet Efiko. Go and meet Efiko. And Efiko in Yoruba means someone that is extraordinarily smart.
Yeah.
Right. And because of that, I took up that legacy into university too. I went to an oil and gas training school. I went to an oil and gas training school in Delta State where I graduated with the first class. There, I took a direct entry into the University of Lagos, where I studied oil and gas engineering.
Yeah.
So in my final level, that was where I actually started Efiko, because I saw that I wasn't really interested in oil and gas. My daddy wanted me to study oil and gas because he actually thought that that was what would be able to take care of the family, because the oil money, he wants me to get the oil money. And because I grew up from Mushin, we actually had problems with feeding. We had problems with fending for ourselves. So my mother was a trader. My father was a roadside mechanic. But one of the things that they did for us was to grow us in the way of the Lord, and also ensure that we had the best of academics. And because I knew that education was the only way I could take my family out of poverty, I made sure my head was correct. So I was very exceptional. And today I'm the founder of Efiko. I'm called the Tech Boss, and there's so many other stories around them changing from oil and gas
Yeah.
to tech. As at that time, they said tech was the new oil, and for me, I was really looking for
Oil money.
the best, the blessed, like the best place. So when they said tech was the new oil, and I was studying oil and gas engineering, I knew that okay, it seems like I was in the old oil. Let me go to the new oil, and that was where I started tech.
Yeah.
I was going for events and several things. I made a U-turn from oil and gas, and then I started tech. I started Efiko, and then I started doing so much in the tech space that people now refer to me as the tech boss. Yeah.
Wow. Are you the firstborn?
Now I'm the last one, and
Damn.
I'm the only one in my family that went to university.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Last born.
Yeah,
Like, how many are you in the family?
yeah. A family of four.
4.
Yeah,
Okay.
a family of four. My firstborn is 7 years older than me. Then two girls in between before me.
So, 2 girls, 2 boys.
Yes,
Sorry, 2 ladies, 2
two
men.
men.
Okay, so you mentioned transitioning from oil and gas. What made you leave oil and gas?
Yeah.
Apart from TechBoss being the new oil money, is it that You didn't like oil and gas money, or what was the motive behind leaving oil and gas?
Okay, so you see, one thing is this: your parents at the beginning of your career, they determine who they want you to be, right? But at a point, you tend to now start finding who you are, finding yourself, right? And yes, regardless of the fact that I was really having good grades, I was having A's in all my courses, and this is because I'm somebody that anything I put my heart to, I do it with all my heart, which is what the Bible says. He said, anything you have fun to do, do it with all your heart. And I was that kind of person too. So the fact is, even though I was having A's in all of my courses, let me just tell you something. Nigerian universities, most of the things that we do is just to cram and pour.
Like Cram
So for me, because I was more interested in getting the A's, if I know that this lecturer is someone that I have to cram, I will cram and get my A's. I was very, very good in understanding everything they were saying, but the thing is the fact that it's possible to be doing something and you're excellent in it, but it is not what God has called you to do. So when everyone, like when you as a person, God has created you for a particular purpose. The person that created this water bottle created it for a purpose to hold water. But this, there are some people that they use this water bottle maybe to grind pepper. It might work, right? It might really work, but it is not achieving its purpose. But that is how a lot of us are living our life. We are living our life in a way that that this is not the purpose in which God has designed for us to actually be. So one thing that we first do in Efiko, and which I first of all did to myself, was to find who I wanted to be, what I am going to do for life that I would keep enjoying. So one of the thing you even know about me is the fact that when I was at my final level, I did my internship in the Department of Petroleum Resources. And if you know the Department of Petroleum Resources, DPR, Department of Petroleum Resources, is like the regulator of the oil and gas industry. So it's like the top. Is in terms of the oil and gas industry, they are the top. So when I did my internship, my bosses were like, "This guy, you're very smart. We want to employ you." And but one of the things when I was doing my internship, I wasn't enjoying what they were doing. I wasn't enjoying. I had to deal with machines. I had to deal with having to stay in the office. I realized that my passion was in people and social impact. I wanted to impact people. I don't want to communicate with machines. I don't want to be in the office. I saw that when I was while growing up, even on the streets, I would gather some of my juniors, and you know all those little motivation, like you can do it, you can do it, aspire to acquire. But it was it was the beginning of everything. But I found passion and I found joy doing those things. Yeah,
Okay.
I found passion and joy doing those things. So in my founder level, when I decided to say, okay, God, what have you called me to do? What have you designed me to do? My family has directed me to oil and gas, but oil and gas is not really what I wanted. So even though I graduated with the first class, I had good grades, I had to make a U-turn from oil and gas to doing what I was now passionate about, which is now social impact. For now, a lot of people call me tech boss, but I don't code. You know why? Because I found my sweet spot in tech. My sweet spot in tech is to guide people, is to be as the boss. You don't do the dirty work. You don't code. What you do is you bring out the best in people to get. So that's really what I do as a tech boss, because I found that my passion is not in coding. My passion is not in machines. My passion is not in computer. My passion is to see that people achieve their goal. And because I realize that that's the design that God has made me to be, I know how to coach people to be their best self as the boss. Yeah. So everything actually started like that, founding myself to say that I enjoy people. I love people. Anything that has to do with people is what I want to actually do. So coding was not my thing. Oil and gas was not my thing. So I started Ethical to start finding myself. And while I was finding myself, I was helping other people to find themselves too, in the toughest industry in the world, which is tech. Because you see one thing, the biggest problems in the world, go fast the biggest of opportunities. So I was looking at which problem in the world is the biggest. So I saw tech as one of the biggest problems. So I had to now key myself into tech and start building and start taking a lot of trainings. I went for events, I was taking trainings. But remember, I was taking trainings not in coding. Because in the University of Lagos, if you were not coding, it was like as if you were not serious with your life. If you're not coding, everybody be like, sorry, not even serious. But I realized the fact that people that code, they have a weakness. And their weakness is my strength.
Mm.
One of their weaknesses is the fact that they don't know how to talk in public, number one. They're shy. They don't know how to sell themselves. So I realized the fact that if people that code, they do exceptional work, they don't know how to sell themselves. So what can I do? Because even in the University of Lagos, I was one of the most very popular. I was very popular because I was always with people and the rest. So because I saw my passion with people, I started coaching people in their weaknesses, which is now helping them to rise, helping them to sell themselves, bringing out the best in them, doing all those things. And that was why it now led me to call myself Tech Boss, not
Boss.
Tech Bro. As a Tech Bro,
Tech
you are
bro.
I think we are
as a
coding.
Tech Boss. So clarity is everything. Because I was clear about where I was going, it was very easy for me to now define the name I want to give myself. And since 2 years ago, people have been calling me Tech Boss, and that name has brought a lot of opportunities for me. So even the oil and gas, when I finished my internship in the Department of Petroleum Resources, I got a job in the oil and gas industry that was to pay 800K per month. 800K per month. So that job for me.
Wait. Did you decline?
Yeah, so this is it here. So this is it here. I've already started Efiko, and I saw the big vision in Efiko, right? And I saw the freedom and the joy of doing Efiko. So when I saw the 800K, and apart from that, I'm a child of God. My mom raised me in the way of the Lord. One of the things is, if I am doing my career, I need to work with God, work according to His purpose that He has defined me to actually do. So, as much as people saw that as a big opportunity, that's why you need to be careful about the people you take as your mentor. My mentor was like saying that, big opportunity, David, yeah, go for this oil and gas. But still one thing, I have to sit down with myself to say, is this what I'm going to do? And when I realized the fact that if I take this job, it's to be like as if I'm being paid for being in the prison. I'm being paid for being in the prison because that's not really what I wanted to do with my life. So what I did when my mentor, that again, I'm saying that you need to be careful about the person or the people you say, this is my mentor. Because you see one thing, your mentor can be a tormentor.
Mm.
The person you call your mentor can be a tormentor. But from there, because I was working with God and I wanted to do something in the long term that would sustain me, sustain my passion, something that I would keep doing even without looking at the money. So I stayed with Efiko and I said no to oil and gas industry. And then when people saw it as an opportunity, I saw it as a distraction.
Wow.
So what is an opportunity and what is a distraction? It depends on you. A distraction is something that is distracting you away from what you're supposed to be, of where you're supposed to go. And a distraction can be something good. To get something good can be that distraction, but so far it is not according to the purpose. It's not according to your design. It's a distraction. And today, that 800K that they plan to offer me in a month, in 1 hour, I earn far more than 800K in 1 hour
Not a
by
month.
being a tech boss
Wow.
through my consultation. So it's really a lot. There's a lot to these things, and I think I will just take it gradually.
Okay, so let's switch it up. Still on the background, your background. You said you are the only one that attended university. Did the rest give up their education for you to continue?
Okay, so I said I have an issue that my parents, there was no money. Yes. So you see, a bit now when you don't chop, you go send person go school now. Yeah. But what I realized that my brothers too, they struggled for me too. My mom started a particular school, a small school, and my brothers were also managing the school, and it was the school that they used to send me to school. Like they sent me to the university. So I went to my mom's secondary school, but to the university, my brothers and sisters were working in the school to at least send me to school. So imagine, say my head no go correct. No correct now. Because I saw that now these guys are working towards me being very, very successful and they are making a lot of sacrifices. So most of them, where they went to just after secondary school, they went to polytechnic.
But why you? Did they see something in
Yeah.
you?
Just as I said, I was very smart.
Oh.
I was very smart in school. I was really someone that I love. I love competition. I don't like you when you beat me in class. So possibly they saw that in me and they saw me as a good investment.
Investment.
So they invested in you,
So
and then you
my
invested
mom,
in
my
yours.
mother was really everything to me. Sincerely, she saw me as a good investment. I can remember when I got the 800K job. My father was crazy. He wanted to disown me. He was calling me a bastard child. Like, that's your problem. We sent you to school and you say no to oil and gas. But today, the proud owner of it, of somebody. I can remember there was one time that my parent went to the bank and they asked her, so what's your name? She now said, my name is Comfort Adefimilayo. I said, Comfort Adefimilayo. Are you in any way connected to someone bearing David Adefimilayo, a LinkedIn influencer? And I said, that's my son. That's my son. That's my son. And I said, that's your son? Wow. Please have a seat. They were treating her differently. And this is because of the brand that I built for myself. Yeah. So today, two of them are very, very proud of who they are. I can remember when I got my first car, my father was like, because my dad was using a jalopy. It's an old fashioned car. But when I got to like, this boy, you know they do. It started from there, and today they are very, very proud of who I am and the decision I made for myself because I worked with God. Yeah.
So you're no longer the bastard son.
That's the stone that the
builders
builders
rejected has become the chief cornerstone.
I think it's really more about. Imagine if I'm in the oil and gas industry. Guess what? I guess they must have even sacked me because one thing about the oil and gas industry is they can sack you any single time. They will just check if the oil price is going down, they can just check, okay, who can we remove? And because that's not my design. And imagine if you are somebody that you usually drink Ragolis water, you live a big life already, and you are now down. They sack you away from your job, so you are back on VI to motion. So how are you going to survive? So for me, I think it's better for stay in motion, build something. Someone was telling me something. He said, even though I decided not to work, I'll still be earning because of the brand I built for myself. If I go for a visa interview now, once they see my LinkedIn profile, they'll be like, we'll see. No need to interview this guy because of the brand is already there. I'm a public figure who has done some amazing work. Yeah. I've been awarded by a lot of platform Business Day. I've been awarded in the UK, in the US, and the rest. So whenever they see me, they know that this guy is somebody that even any country is going to enter, it's going to be a very big impact. And those things have also permitted to my family because when they see Adefimilayo, they connect them to me, and a lot of things has happened as a result of that. Even my LinkedIn profile, or if you search my name on Google, David Adefimilayo, you see so much of amazing things, amazing works I've done since when I graduated. And guess what? I started this 2020. I started Efiko in 2020.
Pandemic.
I started, yes. It was the pandemic. I was doing everything in my room. I wish I had a slide to show you a lot of things, how my room was before, how it is now. My room now is digitally oriented now. Everything is if you come to my room, if you steal anything, I'll come to your house. My guy. I've been able to digitally connect everything. I have people in the US, in the UK, Germany, so many places. And I'm just in my late 20s. So it's possible. And a lot of people call me Yahoo Boy, but I don't care. It's when you come close to me, you come to understand that this guy is is very exceptional.
See how legal the Yahoo
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, who boy no laptop.
Yeah, but it's on your laptop. Okay, talking about background. What do you wish, like, what do you know that you wish you knew back then? The way you started, what do you know now that you wish you knew back then that could have helped you in your journey to become a better version of yourself?
What I like, so for me, I'm not somebody that usually think like I should have done this.
Okay,
I should have
regrets and
done
all.
this, because I believe that my path is being ordered by God.
Yeah.
Yeah. But one of the thing I would say that I think people should take very, very very, very cognizant of is the fact that you can be very exceptional, right? You can have the content, but if people did not know you, hmm?
Mm.
If people did not know you, you are more like somebody who does not have anything.
Yeah, sure.
So, in this digital world, one thing I wish that I had done was to build very early.
Okay.
Yes, if I had built since when I was in my university level, I wouldn't have.
I would have gone
I would
far.
have gone further than this. Yeah. So the thing is, whenever you actually do stuff, put your work online. A lot of people will be like, I don't really get likes. People don't like. See, one of the thing about likes is the fact that people that are even watching, most of them don't like.
Yeah.
Right. I make posts on LinkedIn, and people that pay for my premium services, people that actually pay for my premium services, they don't even like my posts. They don't have time to like and be engaged and be commenting.
Observe and just pass.
Their own is, can this guy do my work?
Yeah.
And they engage. So the thing, and another thing is, even the works that I've done 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I can still refer back to them because it is online. So even though if my phone is missing, I can still go on Facebook, I can still go on LinkedIn to see some of all those works. So it means that, and again, I don't know if you saw on my platform that I got a fully funded scholarship to Oxford University. Yeah, Oxford University is the number one university in the world. And why I got that scholarship was because of my public profile. Because of they went to LinkedIn to see this guy, wow, he don't do stuff, so this guy stuff. I've done a lot. So a lot of people can lie on their CV, but you can't lie about what you are doing online.
Mm.
You can't lie about what you are doing online. So in your CV, make sure your CV is a representation of what you are online.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that even just one link, they can get everything that you said on your CV, and you get several opportunities. When you apply for opportunities, people tend to give you that opportunities because they see that you know, and you are known. Yes, you know, and you are known for what you know.
So, Mr. David, you were talking about, how you looked at how these tech bros and tech sis, how you saw them like they were the one doing the dirty work per se, and then you decided to just take a step over the coding platform. So, what's the common myth about people who do things like you do, the talent managers per se? What's the common myth about your industry?
So, one of the common myths is the fact that there is no money in education.
Mm.
I can remember when I don't know if you saw it. Maybe you saw it on my status where I posted one of my consultation with somebody. And the person paid me 2.2 million. Someone chatted me and said, for just talk. For just to talk. Oh.
Is it just talk?
It's not just talk. It's for the years of experience. Yeah. Because the difference between a rich man and a poor man is one information.
Yeah, That's true. That's true.
Wow.
The difference between someone who is successful and someone who is a failure is information.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you actually act according to the information at your highest disposal.
True.
If you see someone who is misbehaving, is not informed. Yeah. So information is really key. And the information I give some of all these guys to. Okay, so I don't know if you see on my LinkedIn that I'm a UK Global Talent Visa coach.
Yeah.
So UK Global Talent is a visa for tech talents to come to the UK, and after 3 years they get permanent residence. So the UK, they are looking for talented people, right? Very, very talented people.
Okay.
That's even where I get most of my money, where I earn close to like 800k 1 hour, because all these guys, they have the money, but they don't know how to put their documents together.
Yeah.
So that's why they come to meet the tech boss.
Then the
I now
information.
help them in, no, do this, do that, do this, do that, do that, do this, and then from there, they have the skill, but they don't know how to sell the skill.
Yeah.
As a tech boss, I know how to sell, so I help them to sell, to get some of all this opportunity.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, one thing in the midst, just as you said, is the fact that a lot of people think that talent manager, you are just managing for impact. There is no money.
Yeah.
Bastard money in it. So you see, for me, I am making impact and I'm making money. But it just depends on how I'm doing it.
Okay.
I think that's the mix.
That's lovely. So, Mr. David, how were you able to make a business out of Efiko? Because let me put it this way. You started the talent management stuff, which many people are actually doing today. All right. And there are many people who are claiming coach, consultants. I help people go from this to this and all of that. So, and some of them, of which I may have met, do not have the results or they do not have the funds. So they become desperate and, do some shabby, shady things. So how are you able to make a business out of Efiko, seeing that you may have a few competition here and there? How are you able to make a business and make Efiko stand out? Yeah, I know I'm an Efiko person, but let me not just cast it. So I'm able to make a business out of Efiko.
So one thing is that Efiko is, I would not say it's a business, because we are more concerned about young people and assessing them to excel. Where I make more of my money is the tech boss.
Yeah.
So because God has called me for young people, undergraduates and fresh graduates.
Yeah.
When they pay, I don't let them pay that much because they don't even have the money. So I only allow them to just pay a commitment.
Yeah.
But that commitment yourself, when you pay yourself, you know that something comes from your body. Yeah, but it's that commitment.
Yeah.
Because while growing up, before I could be this kind of person, I also made commitments. There are some events that I will attend where just one day event I'll be paying 150k. But one of the things is because of the access, the network there, and the knowledge that I will get there. So a lot of people really are not looking at the returns on investment. They're looking at the investment. If you tell me to pay 1 million, in my head I'll be like, okay, this 1 million now, okay, how can I make this 1 million in 10 folds in the next 2 months? That's what I'm thinking. So I'm not saying it is too much. It is too much is relative to what the future holds after you invest that thing. Before I became a UK Global Talent Visa coach, I went through one particular course where I paid through my nose. But today, I'm earning far much more. Okay, so to your question, I was able to make a business out of Efiko is that you don't look at the business side.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
When you want to make impact
Yeah.
and you want to succeed in the long run, you don't look at the money. If you can't look at the money, you can go extra mile to even scamming people
yeah.
to get the money. You see all those people that will be like, I have made thousands of dollars.
250k monthly.
I make something. So come on, register.
Come on. Others, I don't not mention their because I do see them like on a normal. Like,
Although some are true though, but
true, but why will I
by the
pay
population?
you? Why will I pay
You're already
you?
earning, so
Yeah.
why should I pay you like this kind of money?
Yeah.
So the thing is the fact that, and another thing I did well was to separate my business brand and my personal brand.
Yeah.
I don't, if you know, okay, when Efiko started, everybody knew Efiko. Nobody knew the founder. There is one thing about this. If you build your business, if your personal brand on your business brand, when you leave, that company or that business brand would leave. I don't know if you understand. Now, what I'm saying is this, that don't let people know you first before they know your business. If you want your business to flourish, right? So for me, a lot of people know Efiko because Efiko had a lot of people doing stuff, right? So if I tell people, oh, I'm the founder of Efiko, they're like, oh, wow, the founder of Efiko. Okay. So it means that what? I am not, because I've seen a lot of people that they will say that they are the founder of a particular platform,
Yeah.
and they are the one doing everything.
True.
So if they leave, that business
Crumbles.
is dead. So if you want to actually to make wave in a way that you want your business to stand while you do other thing. Like now, next year I'll be going to Oxford. If I had built my Efiko on my name, as I'm going to Oxford like this,
Efiko is going with you.
going to Oxford. So building systems is everything.
Yeah.
Building systems is everything. And when I was for Efiko Self, one of the things is the fact that we've created a standard in a way that even though you are coming in as a volunteer, the interview you will go through, you could think say we won't pay you 1 million because you will go through a lot. So even now, presently, before you even become an Efiko, say they are calling you Efiko, you write a lot of exams.
Yep.
One of the strategy I made was to make the platform very hard to enter, so that anybody that is bearing Efiko, you know that this person is truly an Efiko. So it means that if I charge anybody a particular kind of commitment fee to actually join Efiko, because of that prestige, let me tell you something. This is it here. The difference between Apple and Android is just what? It's the brand. People pay so much
Yeah.
for Apple, not because of the content of Apple, but because the class of people that use Apple. I bought an iPhone 14 recently, and the difference between iPhone 14 and 11 is these guys are just But the thing is the fact that anybody that is using an iPhone 14, it's like big boy. In fact, sometimes I even bought iPhone 14 because sometimes if I want to go and negotiate with the client, we first size your phone, size your shoe, size everything. All those things works. So I made one of the strategies in which I used for Efiko was the fact that I made Efiko a class zone, so that anybody that would become an Efiko, that person would if I tell the person pay 50K and then write exams, the person would want to write the exam. After writing the exam, like, I must find this 50K because I want to, in my university, I want to be that person that they're calling, Efiko, and people will respect me. Because even when you're an Efiko, people see you as a different kind of person. That is what's the old strategy and the idea I use for Efiko. And for my personal brand, I just it's a different kind of thing. I don't allow my personal brand, my business brand to actually clash. As a UK Global Talent Visa, that's what I do as a tech boss. But Efiko is just for undergraduate, fresh graduate, and listen, and we know the difference. So I don't depend on the money of Efiko, because if you go and depend on the money of Efiko, the business will go down, because how do you want to fund some of your services in future?
Yeah.
Okay, so in business, some people use, for example, now they might be lacking money in Efiko. Let me use this as an example, but there's money in TechBoss. Do you advise that people use at least some certain percentage to fund Efiko? Then when Efiko stands,
you borrow.
you go back.
You can borrow from yourself and give yourself.
Okay.
You can borrow from yourself and give your business. Let it be in your record that
Right.
you borrow. Okay. Because if you don't do it like that, your head is not going to be looking for ways to make more money to pay back. Yeah. So when my personal assistant comes to me, he's like, so we don't really have money for this program. I said, okay, I'm going to borrow you. Like, You're borrowing.
You're going to borrow me?
Because you have to make the money back.
Okay.
Yes, you have to make this money back. You have to give them KPIs, because if you take money from TechBoss is making this money. If you take from TechBoss and I give them, like, nah TechBoss give us now, so no need. But I've engineered their head to let them know that if I'm giving you money, it's a borrowed money. It's like I say you're borrowing from the bank. I must pay back.
Okay, so to wrap up, I want to just tell us how your formative years were like. I'll give you. It's going to be a 2-question or something. Your formative years of starting Efiko. What were the shege? There was the sheges you faced. Let me see what sheges you faced, and how were you able to deal with the human resource that you had? You're coming to bring people into a vision. Your vision is far wide and kind of sharp edged, and you need sharp edged people to follow a sharp edged vision. So how were you able to shape them to be sharp edge,
So-
and how are your formative years?
when you want to start a business, understand the fact that the business starts from you, you yourself. So when I was in University of Lagos, I was in the first class. I was very popular. People know me as a person of excellence. So everybody wants to associate themselves with me. And I knew that. Let me even tell you how I started Efiko. I started Efiko with no money. Everybody, I sent a message to some guys and they were like, oh, I want to start Efiko. Will you join me? I'm like, because of the fact that they see me as a person of excellence, everybody wants to associate themselves with me and they want to be with people are going to actually buy into your vision because they have seen who you have been as a person of excellence. One of the surety that you'll be successful in the future is what you've done in the past. Excellence in the past. So I was always representing my faculty in debates, in quizzes and so many other things. So I used my personal brand to bring people. So these guys, I told them, I'm not gonna pay you. I'm not going to pay. I don't even have the money. And guess what? I also used my personal brand to borrow money from one of my classmates who is on a yearly scholarship. Yeah, so I borrowed the money from him, and then when I borrowed it, I said, "Hey, I'll give you in the next 2 months," because of he already knows me that this guy is a person. That's why you have to have integrity. If you have integrity and everything, is the currency to do so many things. In my as of now, some people say that it's good to have emergency funds so that any emergency that come up. For me, I don't even have emergency funds. You know what? My emergency fund is people because people trust me to the bone. Because they know if I tell you I'm going to call you tomorrow, I will call you tomorrow. Is that integrity? So if I just say, and because of my network, I have very smart, a very great network. Hi Wale, please, can you just borrow me 100K? I'll give you next week. My girlfriend is even shocked that this guy, you just call them, they'll never ask you what you're using it for and anything. They'll just give you. And it's because of the integrity and the kind of person they've known you to be. So when I was in school, I was also borrowing. I borrowed from somebody to start a FICO. And one of the reasons why I had to borrow was that I need to have that sense of compulsion that this business must thrive because I borrowed this money.
Yeah.
If you use your money to start your business, you might be complacent. You're like, oh, I'm going to fail. But you have somebody that you have told, I'll give you the next 2 months. So you don't want that business to fail so that you'll be able to pay back the person. So that was how I actually started. When I started FICO, it started as a private tutorial. I actually was in the first class and I saw people who wanted to have first class too. So they came for private tutorial. Yeah. They will come to me and tell me, hi, David, I want you to be teaching me. I will pay you. I mean, in my head, I have a lot of people who want me to teach them. And I have a lot of friends who are on the first class who need money too. Yeah. I don't know if you understand. So what I did was I created a platform whereby I was now employing people who are first class students to teach people who are not on the first class. Business. And I take 35% from it. Wow. So that was the business model I was using before I graduated, and if you go down, automatically be up into a tech platform whereby I'm doing so much. So it takes strategy, it takes integrity. Everything that you're doing today, people are recording it.
Yeah.
Who you are today. One of the reasons why he's going to call me today because you know that this man, he knows. If I've been somebody that has not been excellent, he knows that a lot of people would not want to associate themselves with me and I will not get a lot of opportunities. So excellence comes with integrity. Excellence comes with people trusting the kind of person that you are so that they can give you opportunity or they can recommend you to anybody. Yes.
So finally, have you been scammed before?
Scammed the TechBoss. Even though I've been scammed, I can't put it out. But the fact that I've not been scammed before.
Oh, wow.
I've not been scammed online before.
Online, offline. You said online now, so I'm asking for
okay, offline. So offline. I think I've been scammed when because one of the reasons why I did get scammed is because I'm a street guy. I grew up from Mushi. So even those Yahoo boys, now they give them the whole. I don't even understand. So I know how to do Yahoo. I know how to do Yahoo. But because of I'm a child of God, I don't want to use my skill to make people cry.
Ah,
You understand point?
Yeah.
Because that thing is if you are making people cry, you are bringing curse on yourself.
definitely.
You get point. So these guys are Yahoo boys. Hmm? Every corner they want to go, I know what they are doing. I told one Yahoo boy, I said that he was even telling me, David, if you do Yahoo, you go buy the whole machine. I said something, I said, not even much, I go buy the whole Lagos. Because so sometimes what I just need is just your ATM pin. Just your ATM this thing. We know what to do. But I think the fact that we are not doing it, why? Because of the fact that we want to use our skill to glorify the name of God. We want to use our skill for the glory of God. So how you want to scam person, we already understand the whole
The
process.
update.
Understand the process. I grew up from Mushin. I grew up from the streets. I grew up from Ladipo. So there's something called
Ladipo.
Baranda people. All these Baranda people, we know what they're doing already. So I think that's even what has given me the leverage in the business space, because I understand the streets and I'm educated. Imagine street sense, education sense. I had a fully funded scholarship to Lagos Business School, so I understand how to package the street sense in a way that it is a business sense,
Yeah.
and then I will be able to negotiate well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hardly get scammed because I grew up from it's a scam zone.
He's from the streets, fam.
And you can never scam a scammer.
He's in
Yeah,
the streets.
definitely.
You can never scam a scammer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Words of
So,
wisdom. Yeah. So
I don't know.
That's
Maybe
not-
we are going to have you back, probably, but not.
Not have me back.
Yeah, because I'm starstruck from hearing, and I know you have more to drop, but because of time constraints and my able co-hosts, so you go blow.
I tell you, blow your head, dude. see wisdom, see me. Oh.
Okay. So
Did I tell you I met him?
yeah.
Did I tell you I met him? Let me bring on camera. Let me tell you I met him. Oh my God. Okay.
So
Okay.
he's an ethical campus ambassador.
Campus
Campus ambassador of Unilag.
Ethical campus ambassador.
So I told you that Ethical is in about 35 universities in Nigeria.
Wow,
Right? Ethical OU, Ethical Unilag, Ethical several places.
not private.
Yeah, we also in Babcock and Community University.
What of Boeing? Cool.
Yes, we have Ethical Bowen, but
No.
so sometimes when they actually graduate,
Mm.
some of them become inactive.
Inactive.
Yeah. So it's in the fact that in life, all your zone cannot be active.
Oh.
I don't know if you understand. All your zone cannot be active. There will be someone who is head is not correct.
No.
There will be someone.
One Judas like
So,
that.
on campus ambassadors are supposed to when they are leaving, they're supposed to train others to be leaders. But there will be somebody that is going to neglect the role.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
you can't kill
care.
yourself.
You can't kill yourself. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
Okay.
So campus ambassador. Yeah. And
Wow.
Okay.
I'm going to come and learn under you.
Yeah, you want to whine me.
You're gonna make me a leader.
He's whining
And
me.
Efiko, is it Efiko or the TechBoss?
Efiko.
We'll get there one day.
You write tough test.
No problem.
You're right, tough test.
It's only
So-
some people that last.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. The way I met him, I'll make it pretty short. So I went to a hangout at Unilag, the same Unilag, held by a young guy who's making waves. So I was wondering what made this guy fly. So I went to get the same wings that this guy could fly because he was far younger than me. So I went for this hangout. And when I went there, I came pretty late due to the fact I didn't know my way around Unilag. So I had to trek to the place when I could have entered the shuttle. So when I sat down there, I saw him sitting down, and I was like, oh, this big guy really sit down with small picking there. You understand? I see children everywhere, like not really children, but these guys are young. And he's one with the beers just sitting and just maintaining his mid-verse. I'm like, nah, there's something off with this guy. Is he a speaker or something? Or is he an Agbaya doesn't know book or something? So he just kept quiet and just crossed his leg as he normally does. He didn't cross leg today. So since I came late, the person that organized the hangout, he was like, okay, let everybody just summarize what they could. I came pretty late, but I came during the grace, so I had the grace. Understand? The grace per se. So when everybody was saying what they understood, since I didn't get from the beginning, I had to start carrying everybody's stuff, what they saw, and then I then jammed it together, mashed it, and then added my street smartness, the English, and then just turn it upside down. And my speech was actually one of the best, if not the best. Because it got them clapping and saying wow and all that. I even took time. They said I should take time and keep talking. You understand?
Didn't they know that it was their own speech that got you?
I didn't make it obvious.
Okay,
I didn't make it obvious. Although I guess I'm put the credit.
He's smart.
That's why
It's an ethical.
so I guess I'm put the credit. I was like, okay, based on what you said, this is what I think about it.
Wow.
I didn't think about it actually. I just got what somebody thought about it. I didn't think about it actually. I just got what somebody thought about, and then just made it mine and put my. I'm not a dollar, so I had to put my own thought in this. And then the person was like, "Wow, so this is how I see you understand." So, and plus, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a dollar. So when I did all of that, and then my speech was the best, even the convener of the stuff was like, "Guy, you are something else," and all of that. You understand? I can't tap soap. You didn't wire me. So you're like, "Guy, you're something else." And then while I was busy, I was making noise. Yeah, I mean, natural noise maker. He came to me and was like, "I like the way you speak." I look, I say, "This guy don't come again. This big guy, this big guy don't come." He said, "I like the way you speak. My name is David. I'm this and that, this and that." I mean, I didn't have much titles. I was like, "My name is David." It was like, okay, so he likes the way I speak. He would love me to come join Efiko. I'm like, who's the guy know you try to scam me? See, I be street boy. And he told me when he spoke, I felt the sense of, he was serious. Looking me in the eye, like straight to the eyeball, I knew, this stuff is not, because in psychology, there's the way a person looks at you, this person behaves, person rubs his hand, person looks to the left or to the left or to the right. Either one of the sides means that they are lying. I think it's the left. Person looks to the left, it means that the person is kind of lying one way or the other. So I was looking, didn't look to the left, so I was looking straight to my eyeballs and telling me this stuff. So now let me try it. And then he told me I'm going to pass through a very tough test. So I was like, okay, no, I don't carry last number. So he said, so when he collected my number, I chatted him up, and then he just said, okay, are you set? I said, yes. He said, okay, let's go. So he sent me the link, and then I clicked the link, and then boom, I aced the test. I think that was a 60 out of 80. It was a logical test, not just logical, really, really logical test. I was 60 or 70 out of 80 or 100. 60, 70, 80 out of 100. Just let me say, there was a 20% difference. And then he was like, you got this score. I was like, yeah. He said, okay. So because of that, he actually gave me a discount on how to get in, and because the way I stopped. And that was how I got in. And he was with me all the way. He was like, this boy, you're not going anywhere. And then he kept training and teaching and giving me his time. He even gave me a consultation for free. So that's how I met him. Consultation that is
free.
Consultation actually what?
Well, I'm coming for my own consultation, and it must be.
The consultation actually what over, I think, 100 to 200 pounds. I think it's actually worth over that.
Yeah, it's 150 now.
150, right? Okay, 150 pounds. Yeah, it's actually worth that. So he gave it to me for free because he said he saw the potential. So it was February this year that he did this for me. And I was like, wow, I think I'm going to actually give him my all in Efiko. And when he saw the way I spoke and how and everything, and he actually arranged my mindset. Yeah, he then made me, vice campus ambassador of Unilag. Campus ambassador was a lady, very smart lady, blessing call her. You need to say her. She's like the vibe of Unilag. So he like the vibe that left. She's like the vibe of Unilag. She has brought people to Unilag, and that's really lovely. So that's how I met Mr. David. From that big guy to this fresh guy. A bigger guy. He tried to impress me with his babe too, but it's fine. It's fine. I will have my own.
No man.
You know now. But it's not now. Let me make money first, you understand? Cecilia, wait for me.
Yeah. So it's nice having you on set, and I'm honored.
Yeah.
A small man like me meeting an Efiko. I pronounce it right here. Yeah, I'm an Igbo man, so I'm like not. I grew up in Lagos, Mushi, Papa Jao to be precise.
You grew up in Papa Jao?
Yeah.
Where in Papa Jao?
I can't really remember.
You grew up in Papa Jao?
Papa Jao, yeah. Olushaga Street.
Wow.
You can remember.
Do you know Ojekunle?
I can't remember. It's been long since I left there. Papa Avenue. So it's an honor having you here on set. And I was starstruck. I'm blown away. If not for the lights that caught me back. Yeah, so I think we are good to go.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully, maybe when we are having maybe one of our meetings, conferences or whatever, or any, and we'll just send an invite. Maybe they will instill the spirit of Efiko. Is it? I'm pronouncing it right.
It's a fico.
But hope you will not charge us.
Yeah. You're looking at a typical businessman.
Yeah, so okay, it's nice having you once again, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll meet.
So, Mr. David, just for let's say 15 to 20 seconds, could you just share your final words to anybody watching you out there? Just 15 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Just
So first of all, I want to shout out to my family first. Because because of the sacrifices that I'm here, right? And I also want to shout out to every of the ethicals in the 35 universities in Africa. I want to say that it's because of you believe in my vision. That's why a lot of people begin to know ethical. And because of that, the TechBoss brand became a global name.
Yeah.
I want to say that I really appreciate you. I can remember any ethical I see as at that time, I would just say, oh, I see a talent in you. I see this in you. And from there, I take them. And today, where where you are now, possibly you are hearing me from the UK, the US, possibly you watch this on YouTube or anywhere. I want you to know that I'm very proud of you and I believed in your vision. That is why I decided to invest so much in you guys. And for my UK Global Talent clients, I appreciate you guys too for giving me the funds to actually finance a lot of things I'm doing. And one of the last what I want to say is the fact that if you come to realize everything I have said today, you will see that this is a man speaking from a place of clarity. And there is no way you can find clarity walking outside of God. Right? I'm somebody who walks in spirit. I'm somebody who walks with God. I can tell you that the flesh cannot reject 800K anymore. So it is somebody who have been able to walk with God, walk in spirit, to understand what He wants to do. That kind of. So one of my final words today is the fact that anything you do, make sure you checkmate it with what God has designed you to do, what God has positioned you to do. And again, the last thing is the fact that you need to find who you are. In my consultation, I used to do something called a SWOT analysis, where I help you to find your strengths, your weaknesses, the opportunities that avail you, and the threats that can actually come as a person. When you understand some of all these things, you understand your person as a whole, and it's very easy for you to make informed decisions about this person that you are. And that is how I made informed decisions about the fact that I'm very, I found my place in people and social impact that has not led me to TechBoss that I am today. That has not led me to someone that you guys want to listen to in this podcast. So work with God and find yourself. And you will see you'll be able to make good decisions for yourself.
Yes, sir.
Good decisions and cool money. That's all, folks. See you next episode. Thank you.